What games are you looking forward to that are coming out this year? Bayonetta 2!
Oh, yeah.
And I don't remember what else is coming out this year, so I'm just kind of taking it as is. After E3, I'm sure I'll have a decent list of stuff, but until then.
Freedom Planet. Woo!
Proton John, there needs to be a disappointed emoticon. We actually tried to make one, and it was denied. So, what there needs to be is a glitch emote. I think that's what's needed the most. So,
Glitch emote?
Yeah, but Brad, who made the majority of the other emotes, is rarely around. He's super busy all the time, so we will hassle him to get a glitch emote. John, what's your relationship with Emil's cat, Teddy? Teddy is obnoxious because he's a very giant cat, but he's also still agile. So whenever we go on TRG trips, I always sleep on the couch. And Teddy has a habit of just jumping on me. But he's kind of heavy, so it wakes me up from like the deepest sleep ever, so it just really sucks. And then he'll headbutt you in the face, so he's actually an incredibly obnoxious cat at times.
But all he wants is your love.
Not at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. is sleep time, except for whenever I stream. Then it's Q&A, apparently.
Yeah. I don't know what sleep is.
John, thanks for reading the chat. A lot of streamers kind of ignore chat. Please be careful and don't touch any of your mucous membranes at cons. That is, eyes, nose, mouth, or anything you're going to eat or put in your mouth. That way should actually be fine, but who knows? Just don't touch your face until you've washed your hands before you've eaten. Try not to get sick this time. Sickness sucks. Thanks to Pat Pico, I learned the winning strategy is to just take a bottle of Purell with you, and pretty much if you've touched anything, use it to clean your hands. That has helped the past couple cons, and I've not been as sick as long. Or, in some rare instances, have not been sick at all, but traditionally it's like, oh, now I'm just like lightly drained instead of down with a cold.
Seems to be like a big difference between the cons I've gone to over in this country to what I keep hearing over there. Because I've never got sick by going to one.
I think a lot of the people in your country are at least somewhat sensible. Like, you don't have people going to your cons with the fucking measles.
Yeah.
Emerald City Comic Con. Yeah, there was a breakout of the measles. I'm half surprised there wasn't one at PAX.
More like pox.
Yeah, anytime anyone gets sick from PAX, they always call it the PAX pox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's sadly a thing, because there was a outbreak of, like, swine flu one year at a PAX.
Oh, jeez.
That Nathan went to, so Nathan got swine flu from PAX.
Well.
John, is there going to be a raid? I'll look and see who's streaming. John, what kind of plans do you have for Mario Kart 7? Possible sub night down the line? Yeah, or is that 8? Sorry, Mario Kart 8. Yeah, sub down the line it probably will be. Next sub night is planned to be Mario Kart 7 unless other people want a different game.
So, getting the crap out of Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, you guys are lucky. You get the fucking, like, Blue Shell Trophy Edition.
Yeah!
I'm actually pretty envious of that. We get,
Pre-ordered that.
we get $10 off of gasoline.
Really?
If you pre-order from Best Buy, and I think that might be the US only, but yeah.
Wow. Well.
John, were there any good/memorable moments from PAX? That's my answer.
Oh, good answer.
Yeah, I know, it's really good. No, there were some good moments, but like, it's mainly hanging out with people. But PAX was like 90% stress, so fuck that PAX East, basically. That was like the worst PAX East I've ever had. Which is impressive because there was a PAX East that my glasses got broken at. And I had to spend like an hour plying them back into shape, so that was great. Just fucking PAX East is cursed, I swear. I wasn't going to MomoCon until they announced that you, Tim, and Emil were going. I'm really looking forward to meeting you. We are going to be at 2 panels at MomoCon. We're going to be doing a Let's Play panel with one of the guys from Brain Scratch Commentaries. And we will be doing throwing controllers and a Q&A. So we're going to just combine them into one. So it'll be like a half hour of Throne Controllers and then like a half hour of Q&A. Just to mix it up a bit. Still, from that video, Throne Controllers went pretty well. Yeah, well, we had a rough start because we didn't get the time we were told we would get for setting it up, so we had some problems as a result at the beginning, but after that got ironed out, everything else went fairly smooth. That's quite the GIF. I might actually save that for later. We're gonna keep the intermission wall as it is for now. We'll change it for next stream because I added a couple from last stream. Will Polaris be putting Throne Controllers on YouTube? They already did. Throne Controllers is already on YouTube.
Yes. I should know. I watched it.
I'll get a link for you.
I laughed at that guy who gave you his card.
That fucking Abdullah Smash 026, I think was his name. Oh my god. It was funny, but he kind of talked too much game and didn't back it up.
Yeah. Oh.
That's the thing that kind of got me. Was like during his challenge, which was like get the first Chaos Emerald in Sonic 1, he stopped halfway through a stage and started teabagging the ground as Sonic and started dancing on stage while doing it. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? This is a panel that a bunch of people want to play, and you're just fucking around. I was not impressed with the guy as a result, but I mean.
Also, he didn't even get an emerald.
Yeah, I don't know. If he had only done the card thing and then just played everything else straight, I would have been fine. But it was like the acting super cocky during Sonic that just got me. It's like, yeah, this is what you get for acting like that, dude. I think I'm not sure if it's actually audible in the video at all. Was after he fails the mission and starts leaving, I just grab the mic and say, "Thanks for the business card," as he just walks off. I don't know why. That amused me for some reason. Yeah, Ravenstorm has a link. I've also got it posted there too. That's the link to the Throne Controllers video on Polaris. John, did you rip up the business card? No, I kept it solely because I wanted to see what like the dude's channel was. I loaded it up. He's a day one LPer basically. He when I looked at it at PAX East, he was currently doing Bravely Default, Yoshi's New Island, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and in his banner he showed Mario Kart 8, which means as soon as Mario Kart 8 comes out, you can find videos of it on his channel. He's got like 80,000 subscribers, so he's decently well known. I don't know. Like I said, it was the acting super cocky that kind of bugged me. But like the card he gave me was kind of incredible because it has like a QR code on the back, which like with a big old subscribe button written underneath it. It's got like links to like his T-Fury shop, his Instagram, his Facebook, his Twitter. Like it goes like all out. And I laughed because it like one of the things he literally has written on his business card is Nintendo Master, which in hindsight, seeing him play a Sega game and do really bad, kind of funny.
Maybe it's true.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna mention SSOH PKC. I can't put up with day one LPs. It drives me insane.
I'm not gonna say all day one LPers are bad, but that's just the statement of just like, be careful. I like I said, I can't judge his content. All I have to judge him on is what he did at the panel, and it didn't impress me. Basically, it's the best way to put it. Like I said, the card thing was funny because that was ballsy as fuck. I was actually laughing when I said, "Did you give him a business card?" But then he wastes time. He's like, "What did he?" He said to me something along the lines of, "It sounds like you're jealous," and then gives me a card. I'm like, "All right, whatever." And then, like I said, it's just like the being cocky that just kind of bugged the hell out of me. Not necessarily the card thing, but just like stopping a panel, making sure other people can't play by just teabagging in Sonic. It's just like, oh, what are you doing?
Probably the only thing I'd let get away with like day one stuff is maybe like indie games, especially if there's one that kind of.
I can't say the worst about like day one LPs because like there can be like compelling day one LPs of games, but I'm the kind of LPer or I'm the kind of guy who likes to watch like detailed playthroughs of games too. So you don't always get that with day one videos.
Yeah,
so.
It's like Goat Sim. That's perfect for a day one.
Yeah, no, Goat Sim, fucking great. Like for that, no problem with that. I'm talking something like an RPG, like day one Bravely Default.
Yeah, that's kind of like I can understand day one Stanley Parable.
Yeah, well, that's because also like they originally came out. That's a remake of a game, and also it's mainly made for the reactions too. So I can understand that too. But like I said, there's certain things that are just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was I going to say just then? There's a question I saw that said, John, were there plans to have challenges between myself, Chugga, or Tim, like last Throne controllers? Yes! They were on there. We had... Here's the thing. Throne controllers is set up so that there are currently 9 different types of challenges and questions. So it's a usually 1 in 10 chance per board of any of them coming up. Last year when we ran it, we never had a medium difficulty question ever come up. This year, we never had the TRG challenges come up. So there's always one category that just seems to get flat out ignored. I'm glad the new category actually came up. Would have been really disappointed if I spent all that time working on that and just that never got added. But at least I got a couple of them appeared. Can we get a couple audio? Yeah, no, we had pretty much everything but TRG challenges. Everyone had at least one repeating challenge from previous years, but there's at least one new one for everyone as well, I believe. I think Tim had a new challenge, and 2 of them were repeating. Emil had 1 repeating challenge and 2 new ones, and I guess because only one of my challenges has ever come up in any of these, I replaced that one, and the other 2 are still there. There was no Bomberman Act Zero for the panel, but there was a Bomberman challenge. I think there were 2, actually. One would have been a challenge in my favorite Bomberman game, which was Super Bomberman 5, and one I think was either Bomberman Jetters or Bomberman Live Battlefest. One of the ones.
I was very disappointed in the Sonic R gameplay.
Well, I mean, neither of them had played it, so...
It's either way.
It was funny, there'd be like, there was like 5 people in the audience that were like super hyped to just start screaming out the song. It was pretty, that was pretty entertaining. Oh, sorry that I didn't make it clear, but when I asked about Throne Controllers on YouTube, I meant the game coming up at MomoCon. Okay, my bad. No, it is not a Polaris-sponsored event, and I air quote that. It's just what we normally do, just kind of just running it. So I'm sure someone might just have like a handycam footage of it, but there's no plans for this one to be properly recorded. Polaris only really helps us, and I guess in a way sponsors us at the PAXs. And maybe in the future MagFest if we run it there. John, how do you feel with so many Something Awful members appearing at the panel? I was scared, to be blunt. When I heard Voice of Dog come, I'm like, uh-oh. They're all sitting in the audience just ready to troll me, aren't they? But I guess because of all like the plane shit that happened, they held off, which thank God for that. Because I was like at my wit's end at that point. I'm like, please don't, please, I just want this panel to be done. But no. It was cool getting to chat with Dog. It was cool to have Slow Beef come up. Incredible, actually. So, I didn't realize this until later. Slow Beef texted me his card number and asked me to read it out. Or to pick it so he could come up and play, but I didn't check it. And then Tim picked the card on his own and brought him up. I was dumbfounded that it happened.
Oh,
You can actually see on the recording that's on the Polaris channel, you could see me mouthing like, what the fuck? Or something along those lines, like, no fucking way. I couldn't believe he came up. And I was shocked to actually see, A, Maxwell Adams was in the audience, and B, that he came up on stage and won it all. I knew that when I realized it was him, I'm like, he's probably the only person who will crush the majority of these questions and challenges. Because Maxwell knows a lot about gaming. So, I don't know, I had a good time on the trip, like, chatting with the Something Awful guys afterwards. Like, I got to meet up with Diabetes and a couple other guys in the Classic Console room on Sunday. I got to meet Psychedelic Eyeball in person, which was cool. Dude is the most energetic, excitable person I've ever met. He's crazy. He's so funny to chat with. But like, I don't know. That was probably one of the actual highlights, I guess, of PAX, was actually getting like chill with the Something Alpha Gods and chat a bit. But it was funny because while I was chatting with them, like a couple people who recognized me would come up and ask me like record a video or something like that. So I'm trying to like, they're just like, what is going on? Why is this happening while we're just talking? It's like, this is my life. It's weird. Was Psych a floating eyeball in person? Yes.
Yes, he was.
Whatever happened to the freelance astronauts? They all moved to separate parts of the same area, really, so they just have a harder time meeting up, and they just got busy. Psych is fucking awesome. That is correct, he is. The best part about Psych being there was that he wasn't going to go, but Paul Ragney convinced him to go. Even on Twitter, he said he enjoyed himself. Well, that's good to hear. Yeah, he seemed like he had a fun time, because apparently he just has not been to the States before, so. Are you ever going to make business cards for your channel, John? I actually already have business cards. I've had business cards for... God, when did I get that first business card model? Like, 2 years ago? I actually needed the business cards for E3 and for Polaris meetups. That's really the only time I give them out. So, I have business cards. They look nice. I like the design of them. But they downplay, I guess, what I do in a way. They're more muted than, say, Abdullah's was with like a QR code and a big old subscribe button on it.
Mine's just going to be big words on it. Do it!
Do it. No, I actually have 2 business cards, I should say. I have one for the podcast, for Top 10 Perspective, and one for my channel. Are you going to do a Bravely Default or Fire Emblem Let's Play? Probably not. Are there eggs on the business cards? This was before the eggs thing happened. I think this might have been before... Yeah, this was before the egg thing happened. Actually, I got these business cards. The business card is actually on an eggshell. Have you met Raucow in person? No, I have not. Wait, the card had... should I go try to see if I can find Abdullah's card?
Yeah.
No, actually, I think I didn't bring it back from the hotel room. I think I was just like, fuck it, and left it there.
Ah.
So I don't think I have his business card.
So the cleaning person looked at it and go, oh, okay, and then go and subscribe.
Exactly. So Abdullah has like a random person from working at a hotel subscribe to him now. I'm sure he's happy. Will Throne controllers be on YouTube? The PAX East one is. We linked it earlier. But the MomoCon one will not be, at least officially. There might be a third-party recording of it. I don't know about the Con Bravo one either. That would also depend on if anyone records that one. John, what's the mic that you use for recording? The stand-up mic I use doesn't sound all that good. I'm using a headset. I'm using an Astro A40 gaming headset, which I have to be a little careful with because I tend to peak the mic a lot because I laugh a lot. So, I didn't hear you. What game are coming out? Do you want, John? Bayonetta 2. John, did you ever research or find out why Wesker even talked about eggs and why they had him record that soundbite? It's the most baffling thing to me, and I can't find the answer. Dusty, that's an easy one. The answer is, in Mercenaries mode, you can play as Wesker, and in Mercenaries mode, you can find eggs. So you can request from your partner to give you an egg, which is why that sound clip exists. There's that sound clip for every character, but Wesker's was the funniest.
Very direct. He doesn't even ask it. He's just like, you will give me an egg.
He also is like, you will give me a can of first aid spray. But I think the egg one's funnier, which is why it became a thing. John, what spin-off game would you want a sequel for? Personally, I think Pokemon Snap 2 makes way too much sense. I don't know. I wouldn't mind a Pokemon Snap 2. I can see that. Hey, John, care to plug the new That One Video Gamer site, since there are 700 people here? Sure. Gerard has a new website, thatonevideogamer.com. You should check it out. It's got lots of content on it. It's a website on the internet. Thatonevideogamer.com.
A website on the internet?
That's a glowing review of a website on the internet. John, have you tried out the Shadow Map mod for Payday 2 yet? And if so, has it helped? No, I haven't done it yet. It's like on the to try list. I haven't done too much Payday since you sent me that, so I haven't really fucked around with it.
Shadow Map mode?
Apparently, like, one of the things that really kills performance of Payday 2 on PC is the shadow mapping. It's like mapped for some ridiculous resolution, but there's a mod that you can tone it down, and by doing that, it helps the frame rate immensely. So I've had problems streaming in the past. That might alleviate the problems. I will look into it.
Yeah, I might do the same. I had trouble streaming it way back when.
John, please, you are not seductive, Wesker. I'm not trying to be seductive. John, speaking of first aid spray, did you hear there's actual first aid spray being developed to help people heal wounds quick? It's like spray on skin. I've heard something about that, actually. It's actually really cool. That's actually a thing.
Are we talking about the same Gerard?
Yep, Gerard Khalil, the completionist. Question, do you have the arrow for your computer turned off? Oh, for streaming? Yeah, arrow's turned off when I stream. Unless that is the reason it's acting up. That would also make sense in a way. You never know with Payday. Hey, Proton John, would you ever stream Heavy Rain? It has been an option on the cookies in the past. It is not one. It's come close, but it's not one. John, I plan on getting NES Remix 2. Would like to see both games be a part of the cookie stream. I probably will at some point. I totally forgot it came out, to be honest.
I've got it. It's good.
Based on the game list, it's a lot better.
Yeah.
John, what was your reaction on the E.T. Atari cartridges found in New Mexico? I was glad it was finally officially confirmed that they actually found them. I thought that was cool. I'm a little curious about what this means for the Angry Video Game Nerd movie, though, because it was kind of the plot was to find that. So now that it's been found, does it affect his ending? John, did you see the premiere of Season 12 of Red vs. Blue yet? No, I have not. John, when will the robots rebel and enslave mankind? 20XX. Half of Abdullah's business card for those who wanted to see it. Dark Red Star. That is correct. That is the other half of his business card. I'll admit that, like, that's cool looking design. It's kind of cool. I find it funny he's like gamer, entertainer, Nintendo expert. But like the back of the card is literally half a QR code, a big button that says subscribe, and then there's something else written on it. I can't remember what. It's something, it might be something about if you tweet or Facebook a picture of you holding that card, you will be entered to win a free shirt of his or something like that.
Oh boy. Sign me up.
John, what is your favorite game system? I like Game Boy and SNES.
Anyone who wants a free shirt, you should just totally take a picture of that picture and then print it out.
Wow. You could totally do that too. Holy shit.
Yeah, you could.
Watch everyone in the stream just do that just to troll him. That would be pretty funny. Any games you're looking forward to at E3? The new Smash, but that'll be out like a month later. I'm looking forward to see some stuff that hasn't been announced yet. That's what I'm always looking for. I want to see some good stuff on PS4 and Xbox One. Wii U, I know will eventually just get more good stuff because it's Nintendo. It's just a case of time. So
everyone's like, "Oh, Nintendo's gonna be ruined." Oh. Apart from the 3DS being like one of the best-selling ever things ever.
That'd be a pretty good raid. It's getting late. Let's do 5-question rundown.
Okay.
John, have you heard of or played Hearthstone at all? I've heard of it. But I don't know if I'd play it, really. I don't like Magic the Gathering, and people have told me it's like Magic the Gathering but better, which kind of catches my interest, but I don't really have a game. I don't have the time to get into another game. Like Payday takes up that addicting video game time slot very well, so I don't need something else trying to compete with that. John, do you think Emil went overboard with the prizes? Okay, so here's the thing with the prizes that Maxwell won. The more questions you got right at the panel, the more stuff you got. So Maxwell happened to get, what, I think it was like 5 or 6 points? So it was supposed to go like, all right, you win like pins, you win a shirt, you win a poster, you win a mug, you win, there was something else in that list too, all that. And then it was supposed to be a case of you getting, if you got first place, you got a 3DS with all those games, and second place just got the other 3DS that the first person didn't want. But it just happened to look like a ton because of like him being the only person who got over 3 points. So that's kind of why. But
those questions.
He did, yeah. He also admittedly he did get like a bunch of games. Here's the funny thing. So Emil asked me, "All right, what do you want to do for prizes for the panel?" I'm like, "Well, let's see. I've got this to offer," and he lists off like 12 3DSs. I'm like, "Why the fuck do you own 12 3DSs in box?" It's like, I don't know, just in case.
You know,
because why not? It was all like collector's editions. He would always pick up one of those and offer it like as a prize for throwing controllers. So he had a Yoshi's New Island one, and I specifically said no, don't offer that. I do not want to give that out as a prize at all.
Here, take this. Never come back again.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. So like he listed off like all these different bundles, like the Pikachu bundle, the Animal Crossing bundle. It's like, just pick 2 that you like and go. And he just gave out a bunch of games with it too. It worked out to probably about the same amount that we spent on last year's prizes, which were the Wii U's, the deluxe editions. But it just seems like more because it was a bunch of games to go with the 3DS.
There's a guy, 12 3DSs, one with a capture card.
Wait, what?
I'm trying to get one with a capture card because I want to be streaming my Smash Brothers.
Emil, you don't want to. Emil has like 6 3DSs that he actually uses, and I think like 4 are capture cards because he has a problem.
It's like, oh no, this one's running flat. Next one.
No, he says he has it in case like TRG does like a multiplayer project, which makes sense. But it's just funny to be like, yeah, I've got 6 3DSs just lying around the house so I can use whenever I want. I feel weird having 2. But the second one is the dedicated stream bot, which is why like the Street Pass on it is stream bot. So would have given Yoshi's New Island that Sonic 1 player. He already had it. He was already LPing it. Has he tested positive for this problem? Yoshi's New Island 3DS doesn't even contain Yoshi's New Island? Not even... What?
Really?
What?
Well, that makes the pack better then.
That's true. Now I would actually buy that 3DS. But that just seems weird that it would not include the game it's advertising.
It's weird. Usually they just have like digital downloaded versions on.
Do you think Nintendo would ever add Wario-ized versions of Peach and Daisy? If so, what would you think? What will you see in a Wario-ized princess? They actually said back around the N64 era they were going to do that.